Hello and welcome back to episode 7 of Oxygen Not Included with me, Scruffy Joe. Hope you're all feeling happy and well. Those of you who have been with me for the previous 6 episodes will notice that things don't look the same. Now, unfortunately, I had a nasty bit of technological nightmarishness, and as a result of that, lost my save game files. So, I'm not sure whether that was a terrible thing with hindsight, because the game wasn't going very well. Things were a bit of a mess. We had all sorts of issues and stuff. Just generally wasn't going the way I'd planned it. So I am starting again. I've got my 3 cats, Minky, Pepper and Wednesday. I put the game on high speed because we've been through this bit together already, so I kind of wanted to just get this first few cycles done, and then we can move on to the fun stuff like playing with plumbing and that kind of stuff. So for the time being, here we are. We've got our 3 dudes. It's on high speed. We've got places to sleep already. And yeah, so what the plan here is basically to run the first few days really quite quickly. And not get too hung up on the idea of everything going horribly wrong. We're just going to make it so that they can start producing water. Oh gosh, I've immediately killed a man. No, don't drown. That's a fantastic start. That was awful. Right, okay, he's just about managed to not drown, so that was brilliant. Maybe we should rename this game Don't Drown. Yes, so beds, place to get water, toilet. Let's have a toilet over here, nicely out of the way. And let's just dig those 2 pieces up there. Now we should see some people running straight over and doing this right away. There we go. Come on, let's go. What else do you need on your first day aside from a toilet? You need... Start thinking about power already. Maybe some flooring. Let's just temporarily pause this for a second and just plan out what we've got going on. So we've got air coming from here. Ooh, we can dig those out and get some more air. So this is fine. Not a big deal. We've got loads of copper down here. Copper, which is great, and coal. Is all lovely, plenty of algae, so this is all looking great. So things we need then: research labs, power, place to make food, and that's essentially gonna fix everything. So just need to work out the order in which to do things. So I think the first thing to do is build some floor under these beds and under this area over here. Get that done. Dig up all this sand because that's going to be in the way. And let's build a couple of cupboards to hide some stuff in. Just put those there and there. That seems to be the end of day 1, and I have just broken a bed. So we are now going to have somebody sleeping on the floor, which is not a fantastic start to the first day, but whatever. It's only day 1. They will go over it. So we need to make power. So that's that. We need to store power. So that's that. And we need some more copper. So that's that. So yeah, they need floor underneath them because you can't run wires through mud. Doesn't work. Oh, you're sleeping on the floor there. Fantastic. Just what we needed. So yeah, basically, just going to go up here. Like so, and we're going to dig out that copper there just to give us a little bit of a head start on the copper. I think what we might also do, just to give a little bit of an area for where carbon dioxide can fall, is just dig a little bit of a hole down there. That's actually in the wrong place. Don't want that there. Don't want it right next to a bed. I don't want to get out of bed and fall down a ladder. We will have it down there like that. And also going to need a little cupboard here to put poo in, because I've got currently nowhere to put poo. Okay, so now we just give them a little bit of time to catch up on all these jobs that we've given. And let's just open these things for everything, because we might as well store everything for the time being. And then we can come back and fix that in a sec. This is now giving me more oxygen because I've uncovered this. We don't actually need these ladders. Da-da-da-da. And we are going to need a cupboard over here for mud. And we are going to need a food producing building over here. So, yeah, I don't like where that is. Let's move that. It will become clear later. Because what I want to do is line this. So hopefully they're going to jump over here, climb down this ladder, run in here, dig this out, then fill it back in again. That's the job. Well done. Hold your breath, you'll be fine. Get it done. Well done. Great. Everyone dry off. Sort yourselves out. Good. Perfect. Now, to double the layer of safety, just going to do that. Do. And while we're down here, may as well collect this. Okay, they have once again run out of daytime and decided to go to bed, which is fine. I approve of that. Can they all sleep in a bed tonight? Yes. Brilliant. Right, now this just needs to have poo in it, but we haven't got any poo yet, so we'll leave that for the time being as empty. Okay, so donk. There, like that. I need to come along here. We are going to need science. We will stick there. And we are going to need a food producing place. We don't currently have enough copper for, so we'll wait for that for a minute. That'll be fine. They're going to come and get some copper down here. This thing just needs to have dirt in it, because dirt, if you remember, goes in the food machine, and that's what you eat. I'm going to keep it to 3 guys for as long as I possibly can, because that way you don't have to produce as much oxygen and you also don't have to produce as much food. Now, those are 2 obviously critical things that everyone needs. So just pick all that up. Bit of a dumb place to put a thing, actually. Let's just do this instead. Oops. Oh, now let's get this right. Hold on. There's me wire gone. There's the wire. Okay, that goes there, that goes there. And then we do not need these things here. We do need a bit of floor. Okay. So, aside from oxygen, which is pretty important, that is basically our setup. So, for oxygen, just going to need to shove one of these little things over here, somewhere near enough so that people can sleep and not die. Let's just put it there. all of this stuff will eventually be moved and the base will look nicer, I promise. Okay, so that's great. Now we need to just figure out who's doing what. Oh, I think I might have already done this. Hey, that was clever of me. No, it wasn't clever of me. Right, here we go. You don't do any research, you do all the research. Cook, who can cook? Anyone? 0, 0, 2. Okay, you do all the cooking. You do not do cooking. Building, you do building. You're a researcher. You're the cook. When you're not cooking, do building. And yeah, there we go. That should do. And supply will obviously pump that up a little bit as well. Right. Okay, now, because I have left them without any jobs to do, they are now tidying, which is super. And now they've run out of day, which is also super. So that is end of cycle 3, and we now have everything we need to live for a good old time, actually. Oh, I've just realised there's this. When this runs out, when this number in the middle there, at 107,654, when that hits 0, sand is going to fall on his bed. So that's something to take note of, because that's going to cause a... No, it's not. It's going to happen during the day. Brilliant. So we don't need to worry about that either. We do now need to get the science going, though. Go. Do science. Make science happen. Okay, so we should have one person, which I seem to remember was Pepper. Pepper should run over here and now do all of the science. This is quite funny, actually, because in reality, Pepper is an extremely fat and lazy cat. It's unlikely that you would find him working at a research station. But there you go. That should just... Yeah, okay. Do that. Just turn off... There's lots of mucking around you can do with priorities, and you can really speed up and slow down how everything works by just getting the priorities right and sorting out who should be doing what. I'm going to let them tidy up for a bit. The reason I'm doing that is just because it's helpful. It makes it look nicer. It makes everything easier to live in. And now I need to consider what to do next. Whether this is going to run out in the middle of the night or in the daytime. That one's gone. Okay, so... That's not... Right, fine. We're still waiting to be able to put poo in here. Still don't have any power here. Is that because we've run out of power? Right. He should not be doing that. He absolutely should not be doing that. So what we need to do, really, once we've finished that, we need to immediately set it on the next one, which will give us bigger batteries, which means that we won't then run into problems. So let's just immediately flick that onto batteries, and while we are waiting, we can go and get a compost heap, which I don't want to put in there. I want to put it down below. I want to tuck it nicely out of the way. So let's go down here. Let's put a compost heap down here. In fact, I might move this down here as well. Just purely because I don't want to store my poo near where people are going to sleep. Seems like a slightly stupid idea. So let's do that. There we go. And let's turn that off. Oops. Wrong button. Wrong button again. Deconstruct. Let's get rid of that. What we really need is a sink instead, so that they can use the toilet and then wash their hands. Everyone, wash your hands. Very important. Oh, it finally happened. Okay, I have clearly not done the priorities right, because he absolutely shouldn't be doing that. Is it operate? No. Is it life support? Hmm. Okay. Well, we'll just monitor that situation and make sure that this guy does not end up doing too much power wheel running. I mean, I wonder if maybe he's doing it all because I've set these guys' priorities on digging and building so high. That's probably the problem. But anyway, that's fixed that issue. So we're now going to have compost. In the meantime, I think it's probably worthwhile just having all of this copper. And I think it's also worthwhile putting a little place to store copper nearby. Probably there. Oh, is that more science? Yeah. See, the thing is, when you haven't got many people and it's all nicely organised and there aren't that many different jobs to do, you can really fly through the science. The only thing I'm worried about is everyone starving to death or running out of oxygen. So that's fine. Got plenty of oxygen. And although I haven't cooked anything, I still have enough for, what, 4 days? 4 and a bit days. Right, let's just turn this to copper. Raw metal. Let's get all the copper in there. And let's just say, get all the copper in there, please. The sweep button I've just used. Basically, I've told them to go and clear the floor. I think while we've got basically this lovely area where we've got 2 people who aren't really busy for quite a lot of the time, I think what I'm going to do is actually move the bedroom to up here. Just build a little bedroom up here. Just so I can kind of keep the guys out of the way a bit, really. Because obviously once you've built doors and places and turn things into rooms, you get little stat bonuses. So actually, let's just remember to do that as well. Donk, donk. That's now going to become a bathroom. Do that. I can dig all that out. Turn this into a nice little bedroom. Probably could do with going 1 higher, but I don't want to do that just yet. Yeah. Okay, that's the end of cycle 5. We are still ploughing ahead. We're doing well. Things are looking groovy. Still keeping it on 3 people. We want to build a better power battery thing. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. This may seem slightly unusual, but I'm going to stick the battery down here. And I'm going to build 2 of them. Put a floor in that. Because, firstly, they're right near where the copper is. So it won't take them very long to build, because they won't have to keep running off and finding where the copper is. Secondly, it's kind of out of the way, and that means we can keep the heat generated by the batteries a little bit away from where everyone lives, which is just also a good thing to do. Donk, do that. Okay, so they're going to finish doing this little job I've given them up here, which is kind of not that important. Oh, get off the thing! Well done. Oh, and I've just realised we've got a bed broken. There we go, let's fix that. Okay, he's just completed more science. He's flying through this science. Get plumbing going. Come on. We are going to need to put a bit more flooring in. Bonk. Where did the hatch go? Toilet's broken, everyone. Fix the toilet. Fix it. Make the toilet work. We're not having a repeat of last time. That was awful. We do not want... No, do not want... Okay. This is all fine. We're not making any oxygen at the moment, but that's a temporary problem. We've got plenty. That's now a room. Ta-da! So that is now giving a +1 morale for everyone who uses the toilet. I don't know about you. I always have +1 morale after I've used the toilet. Let's go. Come on. Alright, the battery's made. We can deconstruct this battery. We don't need that there anymore. That's the end of another day. Crikey, we're flying through these days. Okay, so we're going to stop, get rid of that. Batteries will then be down here. Everything will be great. How much metal have we currently got? 30 tons? Oh, that's minerals, beg pardon. Wow. 2 tons. Okay, that's not actually that much. Let's dig out some more of that. Let's just... Now the other thing I want to do... This. No one's going to enjoy that job. A horrible job. Oh, it's cold and wet. Well done. Good effort, lads. Let me just do this. And finally we've got some poo. So that means I can find my polluted dirt, press my polluted dirt button there, and I want all polluted dirt to be shoved in that as quickly as it possibly can. Yeah, I turn that off. And I turn that off. That one should just have copper in it. Yeah. Everything's great. This is now full of dirt. Okay, great. We are a couple of days away from the time where I'm going to have to actually start thinking about cooking. Which, if you ask my wife, is not something I think about very regularly. Right, let's just move beds, I think. Furniture. 1, 2, 3. Let's stick a 4th one there as well. Yep, that's great. Oopsie days, that was bad drawing. No, stop. Accidentally made a hole there. Never mind. Okay, so all in all, it's looking alright. No one's died. Nearly drowned a man. Okay. One person who's ever so slightly stressed. Everyone's got perfect digestive systems. Nobody's ill at all. We haven't made any food yet, but that's okay. Toilets are working. So that's all great. I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave this little bit sticking down here tactically so that all the polluted air will gather up here. And yeah, we are coming to, once again, another time to go to sleep. Now, that's now a bedroom, albeit a very messy one. So tomorrow we will deconstruct these beds and everyone can move up here. Maybe instead, might be able to put a water cooler and a job board or something down here. We'll have a look. We'll see how we do. We're going to keep on playing for probably another couple of cycles. Probably until we finish all of the basic sciences. Which should only be a day or so. Get rid of these beds. Those there anymore? Okay, that's good. That's another science done. Well done, mate. Let's get you down. Ventilation. Ventilation is an important one. On the topic of ventilation, let's just dig a little hole here. Just to allow some of the oxygen to come down here. Okay, everything's looking good. Doo-doo. Excellent. Now things we need to think about. We need to do some future planning at some point because look, we've got all this stuff. I haven't built any of it. Got the jobs board, so we've got that. We can do that. We've got loads and loads of opportunities which are now starting to open up. And because we're keeping it to just 3 people, and because we're just flying through all the science, we don't actually need any of this stuff at all to begin with. And we could, in actual fact, these guys could live as they are now pretty much permanently until they run out of dirt and algae. Now, dirt is a finite resource, and so is sort of algae. I mean, maybe, I think you might be able to make some more, I'm not sure, or squeeze it out of slime using a machine. They've run out of jobs to do, so they're basically just picking stuff up, tidying it away, which is fantastic. He's just finished another research, so let's get the last one, which is interior decorating. Yeah, I think basically I am going to let them finish tidying up. They're going to run out of space to tidy things. Give them another one of these. These aren't particularly attractive, and as I said, they are all going to get moved. Eventually, they will be moved somewhere else, but just not quite yet. I'm also just going to do that because that is going to open up these oxygen things and give us ability to grab some more food. If we click on this, there's an enable auto harvest button, and this enable auto harvest, because these things are great. You can eat these little wiggly worm things, very tasty. There's another one up there. Why isn't it growing? Okay, there we go. Everyone's in their new bedroom, which is great. It's great because they're all going to wake up in a slightly better mood. Tomorrow, we will need food. In fact, if we make 6, that's actually food for 2 days. So if we do that every other day, then that's not going to take anybody that much time. So that should be great. Okay, so this is already going much better than the previous game, which I lost. So perhaps having a hardware failure was a good thing. Who knows? So we're 8 days in. We've already got pretty much most of the science that we had when we were 18 days in last time. We haven't had everything covered in Wii, which you will probably remember, I think lasted about 3 or 4 episodes that everything was covered in Wii. So this is all going really well. And if we carry on at this kind of pace, it's only going to be a couple more episodes when we can start actually playing with really interesting technology and start making special air producing chamber, and we can do some clever plumbing and all that kind of stuff. It's probably about an hour away in real terms, and we'll see how we get on with that, and hopefully we can all enjoy that in the next couple of episodes. So yeah, thanks for watching episode 7 or episode 1 of series 2. I'm not sure how I'm going to label it. Yeah, hopefully join me again next time. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe and like and leave a comment, and I will always try and respond to comments up to the point where I have 16 million comments, in which case I'll maybe employ a monkey to do it instead. Anyway, good times. See you all next time. Thanks for watching.